This tutorial will show you how to make a bucket bag. There are two types of bucket bags I like. The first is a standard type, where the bag has eyelets through the outer material with a drawstring to close. The second type is where the inner lining sticks out of the top and the eyelets are attached to the lining piece and the drawstring closes the bag through the lining. I'm going to make the second type. So the basic structure of the bag is very simple. The outer material should measure 27.5 centimeters along the top, 22.5 centimeters along the side. The cutout square will be 7 centimeters and the bottom will be 13.5 centimeters. The lining will be the exact same measurement apart from the sides, which will be 31.5 centimeters. Cut out 2 pieces of the outer material and 2 pieces for the lining. In order for my bag to be sturdy and be able to stand alone without losing form, I decided to use a faux leather. Place the outer materials right sides together and sew along the sides and along the bottom edge. Now open at the bottom. Align the seams together and sew this section closed. Off camera, I took a small strip of faux leather, wide enough to wrap around this D-ring, and sewed it secure. I also lined it to make sure it was sturdy. Here I'm trying to figure out where to place the D-rings, bearing in mind the top of the bag will be hemmed down. This will be used to secure the bag strap. Before I insert the lining, I'll first hem the top to make it neater. If your lining material is very thin, you need to consider using interfacing because later we will use eyelets to secure the drawstring. Use laundry clips or sewing clips to hold the faux leather in place to avoid creating unnecessary holes with pins. Once that's done, insert your lining and hem the lining and outer material together. I hand stitched this part, but you can use a machine if you prefer. Here I'm using 6 10mm eyelets to create hoops for the drawstring. If you're new to using eyelets, make sure you practice on scrap fabric beforehand. For the drawstring, I took some rope, threaded it through the eyelet and decided how long I wanted the drawstring. Make sure you open and close the bag before determining how long you want the rope. I decided to cover my rope with faux leather. This part is optional. So first I measured the rope, which was 26 inches, and then I measured how wide it would need to be. Mine was 1 inch. This measurement will vary depending on how thick your rope is. Wrap the material around the rope and adjust your machine so that you're using the zipper foot, and if possible, move your needle so it's close to the rope as possible. If you find that the faux leather sticks to the machine foot, wrap it in tissue paper so the whole thing can glide through. This can be tricky, so you'll have to feel for the rope to know where you're sewing. Once you've sewed it, you have the tedious task of peeling off the paper. Cut your rectangle at approximately 5 by 1.5 inches. Then draw a line measuring down 1 centimeter from the top of the length. Now cut 0.5 centimeter strips along the sides. When you're cutting, cut 2 but not through the line. Now you can roll it to make a tassel. I decided to cut mine in half and make 2 tassels from this one strip. I attached the tassel and then threaded the drawstring through the eyelets before securing the second tassel. I also decided I wanted to make a fastener rather than tying the drawstring closed. So I measured a small piece of material at 1.5 centimeters by 8 centimeters and I folded it like so before sewing it secure. The last part is the straps. I wanted the connecting ends to be gold chains, and then the rest of the strap to be faux leather. The length and width of the strap is entirely up to you. Once I was happy with the length and the width of my strap, I sewed it down on both sides. I also decided to taper the ends and use an eyelet so I could insert a split ring which would connect the strap to the chain. And finally, you're done. This project is simple theoretically, but practically it requires a lot of attention to detail and patience. But I think that's only because of the difficulties working with this type of material. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more DIYs and share this video with someone who you think might be able to make it.